Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2000 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. The most commonly used amplifier in sample and hold circuits is A. Unity gain inverting amplifier, B. Unity gain non-inverting amplifier, C. Inverting amplifier with a gain of 10, D. Inverting amplifier with a gain of 100. So the right option for this question is B. So we will see why this answer is going to be the right. So we will conclude that one. So first of all we will see how to make a sample out of the given input signal and how to hold that one. If you know that one, a simple circuit we will see, and I will explain that one, and from that one what are the disadvantages, how to overcome the disadvantages, and from that one we are concluding the answer for this question. Sample implies nothing but a part of input signal is going to be sample, that is nothing but you are taking a part of input signal, okay, and from that one you are going to be reconstructing the actual input signal. Instead of sending entire input signal, you are going to take few samples from that one, and with the help of samples you are going to be reconstructing the input signal at the receiver side. That is the main purpose of sampling. So the sampling can be done with the help of a simple switch like this. Let us assume we are going with a switch, and for that switch, okay, this is going to be a switch S, and it will be closed for every Ts seconds. So after every Ts seconds the switch is going to be, after every Cs seconds the switch S is going to be closed, and you are applying for input, you are applying an input signal Vi, and the output of switch is nothing but V0. So this is what we are going with. So this is a switch. So whenever the switch is going to be closed, at that time, at that instant of time at which the switch is closed, at that point whatever the value of input signal, that will be applied to the output, and whenever the switch is open, input is not connected to output, so V0 is equal to 0. So simply you can write the operation like this: V0 is equal to 0 when S, that is switch, is open, and V0 is equal to Vi when S is closed. When the switch is closed, output is equal to input, and the close movement of the switch is going to be only for a fraction of time, so that you are going to be taking the sample at that instant, okay, and with the help of those samples you should able to reconstruct the actual input signal without distortion. Now this is what sampling signal, and if you are going to check this one, here you are only taking samples, and if you want to process those samples must be valid for some amount of time, so that you are going to hold that value of the sample for some more time. For that one you are going to be saying it as hold circuit required. So entirely it is called as sample and hold circuit. Sample is nothing but output of switch, and if you want to hold that one, at that time a hold circuit is required. Simple hold circuit can be obtained by considering a capacitor at the outputs. If a capacitor is connected across output at that time, okay, this capacitor is going to be charging towards the input value when the switch is closed, and it will remains that value, that is nothing but it will store that value until the switch is again closed, so that a new value of Vi will be charged. So this is now sample and hold circuit. If the capacitor is not there, it is only a sample circuit. Okay, we will see the output of sample circuit. So this is what the output of sample circuit. So look at this one. This is a simple switch. For that one you are applying Vi, and switch is going to be closed for every Ts seconds. That is what here we are indicating 1, 2 like this. Okay. So after 1 Ts again the switch is going to be closed, after 2 Ts again the switch is closed, after 3 Ts like this. So by that time whatever the input signal you are applying, those input signal samples will be taken with the help of this switch. So this is what you can call it as envelope, what I am drawing with red line. That is not existing actually, but if you draw with a dotted line, that is nothing but envelope is going to be looks like exactly input signal. Okay. So these are the samples. These are the samples for every Ts seconds the switch has taken. For every Ts seconds switch is closed, so that it has taken the samples of input signal, but it has not hold for the next stage. So they must be hold for some time, so that will be processed by the next stage. So by that time you must place a capacitor at the output side. Now it will become sample and hold circuit. The disadvantage of sample and hold circuit, if you see, we assume that whenever the switch is closed, at that time V0 should be equal to Vi, but is it exactly equal to Vi? That is the important. So for example, Vi you are applying over here. Okay, every Vi will be having some source resistance along with the signal. So this is what you are applying. Every Vi input signal will have some source resistance Rs. By that time V0 can be written as V0 is equal to 1 by Sc divided by R plus Rs plus 1 by Sc. So into Vi. Now output of this sample and hold circuit is less than the input signal. That implies nothing but input signal source resistance is loading the circuit. Okay, so if you say this one, we'll go here. Okay, now look at this circuit. So the disadvantage of this circuit is nothing but, now let us assume input signal Vi is going to be having some source resistance Rs, and that is going with some signal as input signal I am going to apply. So this is what Vi. Okay, Vi, now it is applying along with its source impedance. This is what capacitance, and capacitance reactance of this capacitance is nothing but Xc, and voltage across this one is nothing but V0. V0 is output of sample and hold circuit, but whether V0 is equal to Vi or not, that you have to check, because our aim is nothing but you must get V0 is equal to Vi when S is closed, when switch is closed. When switch is closed, it will be replaced with a short circuit like this. By that time V0 can be written as 1 by Sc, that is reactance of capacitance, by total resistance present in the circuit, 1 by Sc by 1 by Sc plus Rs into Vi. This V0 will become Vi only when, if 1 by Sc is going to be very large compared to Rs, so that Rs can be neglected in the denominator, then you can say that V0 is equal to Vi. Okay, so this implies nothing but, that makes 1 by Sc is nothing but impedance, input impedance of sample and hold circuit. If input impedance of sample and hold circuit Ri is nothing but effective input impedance of sample and hold circuit, that is Zi also you can write. Ri, input impedance of sample and hold circuit, is very high compared to Rs, then only we can say that V0 is equal to Vi. But we cannot ensure this one. So to ensure this one, you must apply Vi through a buffer. That buffer is going to be of this nature. Now you see, this is going to be acting as a switch. It is acting as switch S. This switch S is nothing but now replaced with a MOSFET, and this is nothing but control signal what you are applying. Control signal. This control signal is going to be like this. You are applying this control signal is going to be like this. For every TS seconds, a logic 1 is going to be applied. Okay, for a minute time. So the duration between these two samples is nothing but Ts. For every Ts seconds you are applying a logic 1, and whenever you apply a logic 1, the switch is closed, so that input is going to be applied to the capacitor. Capacitor charges to the sample the value present at that instant. Again the switch will go back to 0. Okay, now you are not applying Vi directly to the switch as previous. Okay, now you are applying Vi through a buffer. This is going to be acting as a buffer. Buffer implies nothing but whose value output must be same as input, so you must get over here as Vi. Okay, and if you are going to be checking input impedance of this buffer, okay, effective input impedance of this buffer is going to be, effective input impedance seen by this Vi is going to be, that is circuit input impedance. Whenever you are looking into buffer input impedance can be seen whenever you are going to write this. Vi is the input signal and Ii is going to be the current, let us assume. So Ri, effective input impedance Ri, can be written as Vi divided by Ii. and we know that one no current will flow through the op amp input terminals because of very high input impedance. So that Vi divided by 0, which implies nothing but infinite. So if you pass the input signal instead of applying directly to the switch through a buffer, at that time you are going to get Vi, okay, and that Vi is going to be applied for the switch. The same inputs you are going to be applying, since it is a buffer, output is same as input, with buffer has the characteristics as Ri is equal to infinite, R naught is equal to 0, and A, gain of this one is nothing but 1. So buffer is simply, in simple terms you can say, buffer is ideal voltage amplifier with unity gain. So now the input signal will not load the capacitor. So directly you are going to be getting the output as V0 is equal to, output is equal to V0 is equal to Vi when switch is closed, when S is closed. And again, if you are going to be applying this output towards any other circuit, that is next stage, at that time again if you apply directly this output, that will be loading, okay, so that will load the input impedance of next stage. So again you must use a buffer. So again this is going to be a buffer. Buffer is generally implemented with non-inverting op amp, okay. For a non-inverting op amp, if you are going to be shorting the output terminal towards the inverting input side, at that time that will be acting as a buffer, okay. So output of this one V0 is going to be, now you will get it as V0, which is nothing but Vi itself. So this is actual sample and hold circuit, which uses a switch and a capacitor, which are main elements. Along with that one, two buffers are going to be used such that output of sample and hold circuit is going to be exactly equal to input, which doesn't load the switch, which doesn't load the internal circuit, which doesn't load the next load, that is nothing but next circuit input impedance. So the most commonly used amplifier in sample and hold circuit is buffer. Buffer implies nothing but, buffer is nothing but, it is a unity gain non-inverting amplifier, okay. You can get unity gain inverting amplifier, that is nothing but, it is simply inverter. So output is 180 degrees out of phase, so you cannot use this one, where you are going with unity gain non-inverting amplifier, which is nothing but buffer. So the right option for this question is B.